What is up, players? Welcome to Completely Consensual, Chiptooth Gaming's weekly conversational nerdy news show. I'm your host, Mike, Double D Doherty, and alongside me today is compa Andres Cobian.
¿Cómo estás?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, dude.
And Shawn So Nasty himself.
What's up, guys?
That kid Flowers, Shawn Flowers.
Thank you. What's up, Mikey?
I'm good. How are you? I know you didn't ask that, but I'm just going to say I'm good. How are you?
I mean, I said what's up. It's all good.
All right.
That implies. You should know that.
You're right. It's an implication of extending a hand. You know what I mean? How you guys today?
I'm good. Just got off work, so got a lot on my mind.
Okay. What you got on your mind? What you got on your Here's your...
We'll get into it.
Oh,
How about you? How you doing?
It's work stuff.
I'm good. I'm chill. It's, I don't know. I'm so tired today. But we got some big blue. We got some big red in the house for the first time ever, making an appearance on the podcast.
This is amazing.
We got no news. There's absolutely no
What do you
news
mean?
whatsoever in the internet today.
Everyone's just playing. There's nothing to talk
Everybody's
about.
playing right
Everyone's
now.
just,
Yeah, they're
sitting
just playing.
down on their couches and
There's a
getting
lot
it
of
in.
games out.
I think this is when people just realize, all right, there's too many games to play.
Let's crack down. Let's ignore the news.
Ignore the news. There's no news.
I'm very tempted to get into Assassin's Creed.
I'm hearing.
I think I'm on the
nothing but good
verge.
things.
And then I'm excited to
You gonna do
play
it?
Mario Party tomorrow, too.
I'm
That's my
hyped
first
for
time
Mario
playing that,
Party.
too.
Honestly, I thought about buying it, playing it, and learning how to play before I play with you guys. That way I kind of just sweep
Oh, so
you
that's
guys
how
out
you
the
win these
water.
couch clashes. Sounds great.
First of all, you already bought the game, so you should already be ahead of all of us.
Dude, I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't played one
Mario
game.
Party,
Yeah, I see.
everybody knows, that's a game of luck. It's 100%.
First, it's skill.
There is no
luck.
game of luck.
You
If you're
sound
At
good
like
the
a
at
end,
game,
player.
you're
all
good
your
at the
stars
game.
could be ripped away from you
You
and
sound-
given to like the losing person to win.
You see this?
Not if you suck.
Not if you,
I mean,
you
not if
sound
you're
like a
good.
player who sucks. You sound like a
I'm
person
a player who
who's
wins
never won.
because I'm a lucky guy.
Clearly not. You were complaining about it then.
If you
Luck
win off
is on my
luck,
side.
that's not really a win. It's a fluke.
Is it a fluke or is it luck?
If you win off luck, it's a fluke. Everyone knows that. Come on, Mikey.
But what if you
What
keep
if you
winning?
lose off a fluke? What is that?
If you lose
You
off a
son
fluke,
of a bitch.
I don't think you can lose off a fluke.
Why
You
not?
just did- you
It's a
just weren't
fluke.
good.
You were supposed to win and you didn't. That's a fluke.
Well, I mean, if you can win off a fluke, you can lose off a fluke. I'm thinking about it. So
No, that's a conundrum.
We're in one.
it's a fluke.
my brain hurts.
We're getting wild. I'm gonna mix the big red with the big blue.
Make it turn purple.
I saw
Big
Shawn doing
whoa,
this
Whoa,
and I
whoa,
wanted
stop,
to
stop.
do
That's too much.
Oh.
That's too much.
Is it? Look at it.
Yeah.
It turned purple. Science.
You-
You good, Tambo?
what does blue?
We have Tambo Vlogs in the building. Producer.
He's saying, "Cómo estás?"
I know what he's doing. He's wearing me.
All right.
Well, it doesn't smell good. Smell that. That smells like a shoe.
I don't want to say. I don't want to smell it.
I
no.
have some.
I like it.
It smells bad. It smells real bad. It tastes pretty good
It
though.
literally smells like Big Blue. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're right, big purple.
Maybe
That
Maybe
big
it's your
perp.
cup. Maybe you didn't rinse your cup out.
Like Gustavo did have this cover before.
That's hella funny.
He said it smells like a shoe.
So, some housekeeping before we get into some of the news and the conversation. Like I said, guys, this is a very low news podcast, so a lot of this is just going to be conversation. So, if you hate when we ramble on about the shit, this is not the episode for
This
you.
is gonna be the episode where we just talk
You guys haven't caught
About
on
whatever.
by now.
Just
whatever
try
the
to fill
hell
an
we
hour.
want.
Housekeeping today, we are on Google Play and iTunes. Go subscribe. It really helps us out. Leave a review. It helps us grow, helps us get bigger, helps us get in the algorithm so people can find us. Our schedule for the shows is Wednesdays, we have Couch Clashes go live. Thursdays, we have Completely Consensuals go.
Completely consensual. There you go.
Or Completely Sexual, as Sean once introed.
I didn't say that.
You said it.
I didn't
It's
say
We have
It's
tape.
on
Go to
tape.
tape.
that.
Go live on Thursdays, and every other Friday, eventually, we'll have Pixel Splat. We got some things in the works. We're about to be
Things coming soon.
firing on all cylinders coming up here.
Plots and plans.
New shows, new plans, logos,
Damn.
graphics.
Don't spoil it, huh?
Shirts,
Spoiler,
damn.
spoiler.
It's all good. They'll know.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
you'll
Speaking
see.
of spoilers, I think the last time we did it, last week's episode about the Venom.
Yeah.
I think we went a little bit too right into it because a friend texted me like, "You spoiled it."
Yeah,
Thanks.
we said spoiler in the
I
beginning.
think after we said something, I don't know.
No. In the beginning, I remember saying full spoilers.
Next thing you know, she must have like dozed over. I don't know. Next thing you know, she's like listening to the podcast. Like, wait, they're talking about Venom. No.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Sorry, guys.
Especially on that episode, we
Yeah.
went right into it.
Yeah, it was right out the gate.
There is a new Couch Clash up today. You should all go check it out. I actually I enjoyed that video, making that
I
video.
actually liked it.
Going back, it was
It's
the best of Couch Clash. So it's basically
Comedy.
all the Couch Clashes we've done as a team. Even before we were a team, there's one of them. All of them, all put together the best moments, like boom, 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 boom. It's no gameplay, just like the best, funniest moments for all of them. Yeah. And I had a blast editing that. Yeah. It took me a little while.
It was very funny.
Best one so far, I think, honestly, or if I texted you guys the last night in the group chat, is the Fortnite Couch Clash and then the Gang Beasts Couch Clash.
Yeah, we got fucked up in Fortnite. That was funny.
The Fortnite one, it was the one that's why I put it in the front of the video, is because it had some of the best moments.
I know, that shit was pretty funny. I remember you guys just getting shot. His reaction when he got shot.
Talking about weed. I was just going off the rails half the time.
You had that persona warning going, shots. Man. You had the persona.
I was just shooting.
You were pretty sure. Oh my god, that's.
Yeah, that's how we got caught up.
No wonder you guys didn't get no dubs that night.
No, you gotta give warning shots. Gotta give warning shots. No, gotta let them know you're coming.
And what? There's no such thing as a warning shot. Not even
watch the video. You'll see exactly how we got.
It's a fun time. It's a fun video. It's actually, if you've never watched Clash, this is the best way to get into it. I actually made it our channel trailer, so that's the first thing people see of this.
Cool.
Mario Party, by the way, I think we should do costumes.
What do you mean?
I think we should do costumes.
Well, I already told you dibs on Bowsette was good.
Please do like the sexy Bowsette cosplay. Like that you see going around on Instagram.
I know, right? That's the one. No,
you should come as sexy Bowsette.
Nope. Take that back.
Where are we gonna get the costumes?
Yeah, like one day notice.
Bring that on us like that.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, I was just gonna do like my Fortnite costume. Well, my Double D Let's Play.
I just have
cosplay.
Like Super Mario shirt that I have. No, I can't wear that shirt. Last time I wore it, it was for Mario Kart. I took it out.
You wear a different shirt.
It's bad luck, dude.
Say less.
Wear a different shirt.
I don't have another Mario shirt.
Make a costume,
around, dude.
You don't have sunglasses and some kind of ridiculous headwear around?
Come on, bro.
Because that's a costume to me.
I got a big head, dude. I can't do hats.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't do hats either.
I got a big ass head. I used to, but
yeah, you just looking at it. You don't even have to size it up. You can just look at it. Yeah, then it's got a big head. Yeah, for sure.
We got a big head crew.
Don't say that.
And then we have a Facebook group. Go join that. It's a lot of fun. Not very active right now, but if you join it, we'll be active. More people get in there, the more conversation we have going around.
Too busy playing, man.
I'm excited for the stuff we got coming up. Again, I know, we don't have a lot to do, so I'm just going to fill with whatever. I'm excited. I think this is a good episode to establish that we are very excited for the future of Chip Gaming.
Definitely.
And the growth we're about to do.
I'm excited to do a lot. Mike is excited to do a lot. Andres is excited. It's a lot of excitement coming. We're
gonna advance on all our momentum. I'm excited. We're working on a merch store. I already tweeted this out, so this is not like a big secret. It's not like an unveil.
What you talking about, dude?
No, because I didn't tweet out the actual store link, but then I was like, tweeted around with the idea of like shirts. Yeah. We have a merch store. It will be coming. I don't want to say go buy shirts now because we haven't actually tested out the physical quality of the shirts.
I'm trying to give you guys some trash.
Yeah. So we're gonna actually get our shirts in. We already ordered them. They're coming. I actually was gonna tweet it out, and Tambo was like, "We should wait. See the quality of the shirts." Yeah. So we're gonna do it. I'm excited. It gives you a lot of options. It works out for everybody. There's gonna be some cool shirt designs in the future too. Shirts. And if you like the channel, that's how you can support us. That's a big one on being able to support us, so we can get Tambo a mic or a new mixing board or new mics, like actual lav mics for the Let's Plays. Like that'd be pretty cool. That's what that is for.
Help us.
So that gives you kind of an outlet to be able to support other than your subscription and your view, which is greatly appreciated. But
we got shirts, sweaters. Ashless chaps.
Ashless chaps.
We got everything coming for you guys.
Tambo is the model.
Hey.
Coming soon.
Oh my god, that's gonna be gold.
But what do you guys been playing?
So I've been playing some Overwatch. New skins. Obviously, you got the Halloween skins coming out.
Did you get any? Did you get any?
I got none. Actually, I got the Widowmaker skin, but I want the Wrecking Ball skin.
That's the one. That's a pumpkin
really
patch.
bad.
That's a pumpkin patch.
I really want it. I got all the victory poses. I got the quote. I even got the little spray. Don't have the skin.
Everything but the skin.
You slacking,
Don't
man.
have the skin.
That's what I hate about like loot boxes sometimes. Is like you never get the drop you want, and then
this some trash.
The loot box.
Here's a high five, Rave Mimo.
You gotta play, dude.
They don't even give you anything good. Like I'm not getting any good loot boxes. Like I just get like I've gotten like all sprays. Like every time I open a loot box, I'm like.
And you're playing like all the game modes too, right? To get the boxes.
Bruh, I'm playing all them hoes, all of them hoes. I'm playing little 1v1, a little Frankenstein, or is it what is it? Junkenstein. That's just trash, by the way. I don't like.
It's hard. Yeah,
You like it?
it's fun. You gotta get squad. I play with like one randoms. I was like, nah, cool.
What else am I playing?
No.
I started on Far Cry again, so I'm playing a little bit more Far Cry. I'm trying to finish it. We just beat Jacob. Crazy ass. That was wild.
I think I sold my Far Cry. I'm trying to think.
You
Do I want to jump into it? No, I don't really though. You know?
No?
Don't want to jump
What?
it in. It's just one of those games.
I got a couple hours in, and I was just like, I'm good. By
It's
the
a
way,
great
that
game.
burp I just burped, I don't know if you smelled it. It smelled terrible.
Well, I mean, it's this big part.
What
That
y'all been
big
playing?
Perp. What you been playing? I'll go last. Classic
okay.
shit tooth fashion.
Classic.
A spill on the table. It's fine.
It's okay, dude. It's black. It's
It's
all
gone.
good. So yeah, I'm surprised you're not playing Blackout, dude. No Blackout.
I didn't even buy Call of Duty. I wanted to,
Let it
let
soak
the
in a
dust
little
settle before I
bit.
come in.
Interesting. Yeah, dude.
How
I'm
do
playing. I played Overwatch just to play. So I played it just to place. Diamond Boys, what's good? Got that 3250.
I don't understand the diamond system.
First of all, I just know that I'm diamond.
You don't even play
That's
Overwatch.
all you need to fucking know.
I know, but I don't understand. Like, is it a monthly thing you have to get?
It's seasons.
Seasonal
Season.
thing?
No, it's a seasonal thing.
So so it's like Fortnite. You could like
but you rank. It's
diamond.
competitive. Yeah.
It's
I mean, if you want to think of it,
that has to
season.
do with your kill death.
not. It's not really like
No?
Fortnite,
Well, as far as like season, like the
I'm saying
concept of
seasons.
seasons.
Yeah.
I guess.
Don't you dare.
Like
compare.
this
I
every
don't think
couple
Rainbow
like
Six
weeks
Siege
it'll
has
reset
seasons.
your rank so you can start off higher or lower. It's kind of like how it kind of sets like competitively. It kind of like balances it out so you're not playing with anyone that's too good or too like bad. So
Yeah.
it keeps like even. That's how they rank you. So it's like diamond, it's gold, silver, and like based on how you play, they'll place you in whatever ranking system.
Yeah.
You can obviously go up from there after they place you, but like it's just how they start you off. So you get placed in, and then you can go up or go down from there.
What's it based on? Going up and down.
It's
skill.
everything skill. So,
Yeah, so if you guys win or lose, you lose a certain amount of points, and that's gonna bring you down or bring you up.
So-
I might dabble in this Overwatch
Stop lying.
business.
It's pretty good once you actually start getting good and you start playing with people that are good. It's like, ooh, now we got that synergy. Now shit's actually fucking going
Yeah.
down.
That's what it's about. It's teamwork, man. It's team based. That's why some people hate it because sometimes it could get toxic. Some people are like,
Yeah.
fuck these guys. Some people like won't even move the point objectively, and it's weird. It's annoying. But the cool thing is when you get high level,
When
you
you
get
do
to
have a team that's collaborative,
when you
it's
get
amazing.
to diamond, is that nobody wants to lose, so they'll actually try, which is great.
It's amazing.
So your boy, just truly,
This guy
3250. What is good?
still playing Overwatch.
I don't like I said. I only played a place, so I played 10 matches. I think I won 6, lost 4. Still plays diamond. What's good? If I really wanted to try, I could probably go, but I just kind of want to.
I've been trying to get you in a fucking Overwatch for a while, Mike, and you're slacking.
I just it's the online thing. Like I'm playing Call of Duty right now. Like that's the thing that
That's the other game I'm playing.
knee deep in right now.
You knee deep?
It's fun.
Have you win yet?
It's not.
You haven't won yet.
Huh?
Yeah, I feel
No,
like
no. On the dubs, I barely been playing.
So what's your
Blackout.
favorite part about it then? About
It's
the
just
Black
Call of
Ops?
Duty. I've always liked Call of Duty. I like the fast pacedness
What do you play then? If you
of
don't
it.
play
I
Blackout?
played team deathmatch, kill confirm, like the usual, like the usual suspects in a Call of Duty multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Blackout, I jump in every like in between like matches if I've been playing like for a long time.
Mhm.
Yeah, for me it's not revolutionary, and I don't think anyone was expecting it to be revolutionary. It's fun. I mean, Call of Duty is the best feeling shooter around. Like you can't rival their
Battlefield?
mechanics. It doesn't feel as good.
I'm actually a Battlefield guy. I used to play Call of Duty like heavy duty. I was really good at the
Yeah.
game, but then I just switched over to Battlefield.
I agree. I think Battlefield is a better game, but I think mechanics wise, I think Call of Duty takes the cake.
Mechanic wise, as far as like what?
How the game feels, how the shooting like
smoothness.
feedback, and like the way the
You
bullets
have
land.
to play Battlefield a certain way to really get that feel.
No, I
'Cause you
get
can't
it.
just really hop
I'm not
into
saying the
Battlefield.
feeling like feeling wise as in like the game feel, like, but the actual mechanic feel, like how the controls feel and how everything works together and how it
The controls are damn near the same. What do you mean?
But that's the thing. This
No.
is one that gets to that tricky area water where it's like to each their own. Just a preference. I feel
There's
like 'cause
more
again,
physics to the game, like there's bullet drop and
Yeah.
distance and shit like that. So it's a little more of a learning curve as far as like what your gun can and can't do.
yeah.
But because in Call of Duty, like you can damn near like snipe someone with a pistol. Battlefield, no, you can't.
no.
So it's like a learning curve to it.
I get that, but I'm saying and again, it is all preference. I'm not saying you're wrong for thinking that, but I feel when you're developing a shooter, there's something about making the mechanics addictive, and
Okay.
Battlefield doesn't have that addictiveness to me. Like, it doesn't have that same click. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I'm not saying it's bad mechanics.
I'm not trying to defend it. You good?
Oh no, I'm just these, again, someone listening would be like, "Fuck you, Battlefield's my number one game of the year."
Like, I always buy both, so that's a cool thing. I mean, I dabble into both.
So what are you more leaning towards?
That's a weird thing. I like, there is a balance that I like of, all right, once I start getting annoyed of Call of Duty, once I get annoyed of like that run and gun, shotgun, submachine gun, just run and kill or whatever.
One thing I like.
Then I'll be like, you know what?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. It's just I'll go back into Battlefield where it's a little bit more slower pace for sure, but I feel like it's a little bit more tactical. But I mean, it's a little bit more running gun, but there is like just a slower pace to it to Battlefield, and it's just different modes too.
I don't agree.
Of what?
I don't agree. I don't think it's slower.
Well, depend. I mean, again, it depends. Because I remember the last time I played Battlefield 4, it was team deathmatch, and the shit was just slow for me. But then again, that's like literally I just hopped off.
Battlefield is slower.
I'm not saying it's like
slower.
That means their maps are a lot bigger, so I mean, of course, it's gonna be like.
And I think that was always my gripe in the very beginning of Battlefield. Is like when you played a controller. What's that big ass map game mode called? And it's like literally like.
I think it's control or domination or
something like that, right? But again, like your spawn point is like a corner of the map, and you're like, "Fuck, I gotta go all the way over there."
You feel like that until you realize there's a lot more people. So like,
no,
yeah,
exactly.
you gotta get to B, but like on your way to B, you'll run into like about 40 people.
No, and then exactly.
You know what you sound like? You sound like one of those guys who's like, Final Fantasy 15 doesn't get good until 14 hours into the game.
Final Fantasy 15 is not
That's
good.
what you sound like right now.
He already said it though. He already doesn't like the battle.
No, I know, but to me, I don't know. Again, it's semantics. It is all kind of preference, but Call of Duty is always connected with me in terms of like the run and gun, like the fast pace. But there's just something about the control. Same thing with Destiny. I said the same thing about Destiny 2 when it came out. Destiny 2 feels so good. The mechanics feel so good. It's so satisfying to get a kill with like just the way the bullets connect with the body. Like I really like it.
No, and that's what makes a good shooter. I mean,
no.
Being this
Destiny
guy.
2 is not good.
Destiny 2 is great.
The mechanics are great.
Fucking amazing.
Game itself,
Hey, supers, bro. Trying to get Luna's howl. Oh my god, so many. That's the other game I'm playing. Those are the 3 main games. Well, Overwatch I'm not playing anymore. Fuck that. I already placed.
What about you?
Destiny 2 is like a cardboard box.
You're a cardboard box.
It's like it is what you make of it, you know. Yeah, there's a dumb kid who on the street that plays in the cardboard box all day and builds a fort and who like has the best time. And there's other kids who are like, "Fuck this cardboard box! I want nothing to do with it."
So you're comparing Destiny 2 to that Nintendo Labo right now? Is that what you're doing?
I think Nintendo Labo is a better game.
I think so too.
I remember some guy at work. some guy at work tried to return it. It's like, yeah, dude, it's missing a piece. I was like, no, you lost it, dude. And he's like, yeah, can I just like get a piece? Because I'm not trying to like return it and then build it all over again. Because he built that shit, and apparently it takes a while to build it. Yeah. So he's like,
how do you return a Labo?
I don't know. Essentially, we're like, yeah, dude, just go ahead, whatever.
I don't understand how you return a Labo.
I was laughing.
Hey, here's my cardboard pieces.
You probably switched off some cardboard too. Like, I got the good one. I don't know. It's pretty dumb, but yeah. What are you playing, dude? You said
Call of Duty. That's like the main one. I'm trying to really knock out as much as I can in it because I wanted to get a review up. I've said that about Spider-Man. But now I can actually start focusing on.
Have it done? Is it different from the beta? Like, have you seen any differences?
Yeah.
Blackout.
Blackout and Black Ops in general. I don't know if you played.
Well, I didn't play the regular multiplayer
in the beta.
Okay. But the Blackout beta, it works a little bit like so. My initial issues with the Blackout beta was the sound was really weird, like almost sounded hollow, like just something wasn't right on the sound. And then 2, the glitchy, like there's some glitchiness. I didn't run into any of that now. But my biggest issue that they didn't fix is it's too open.
No,
it's still open.
It's 100%. No, and I'm not saying too open. Like the map is too open. I'm saying here's like a tower's right here, and then your house is over here, and then all the way over here is like a shooting range. Like there's that open like area between like the places where it's like supposed to where you shoot and like you take cover and get supplies. Yeah. There's just way too much open land. Where it's like you're running for half the time if you're trying to run from point A to point B instead of like in Fortnite where you run from point A to point B, but you're stopping here, and here along the way.
Yeah.
Where on Call of Duty, it's literally this, and you run over to the tower, and then you run from the tower over to the shooting range, and it's literally just fields. There's nothing to stop and go.
No, and that was my thing too. When the beta came out, it was like, you're exactly right. It's just too open. Like, you're running naked through the quad, through the gymnasium. Like, what the fuck? Now they made it better. I mean, again, when I played Blackout, I enjoyed the hell out of it. And again, I didn't run into that issue that you're going through, like open field, just because they added a lot more helicopters,
Vehicles.
They brought in vehicles this time, so it is a lot for me. Again, when I was with the quads, they're calling it quads, right?
Yeah.
Quads. They call it. It's fucking weird.
Why? That's what I always grew up saying quads, and everyone's like, what the fuck?
Like fours,
ATVs.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, quads. Like, yeah. What do they call them? I thought they were always called quads.
There's always the group
Squad.
that's like ATVs.
Oh, ATVs.
No, exactly. But I mean, it was when I played Blackout. Now that it's live and it's official, like everything, I don't run into that problem because we just, hey, ATV, let's go on a big ass truck, let's go use the helicopter. It's just so much fluid and easier to go ahead and do that. So
You're right. I think the vehicles did help with that.
it is, and that's why I've never run. I mean, again, there might be a little bit of a problem where going to get something like that, but other than that,
I do like the
actually
fast
really enjoy it.
pacedness of
got
the. So are you playing Blackout
faster
more
paced?
than the traditional multiplayer?
I want to, because
Hmm.
I feel like it's. I mean,
Are you or you're not? You're
Hey,
playing
what does
the
that
main
even mean?
multiplayer.
You want to?
well, because again, my gaming is all over the place with Destiny and Blackout. Those are the two
Okay.
games, right? So when I play Blackout, or when I play Call of Duty, I really want to play Blackout. But then again, it's like, I don't want to go solo. I'll wait for somebody else. But then when you get squads, like, no, let's just do team deathmatch. So we'll just play team deathmatch
Why don't you squad up with me?
because I want to
What would you
win.
do
What
us?
the fuck kind of question is that?
Hey, remember when we played and I like made it farther than
Let's
you
do it
like
tonight
every
after
time?
you get Wingstop.
Yeah.
You
Well, I'm not gonna get Wingstop.
All right, we'll do it tonight then.
All right, cool.
We'll get some dubs because I already won back to back. It feels so good too when you get your first win too.
Yeah, I've
I got
gotten
your
to win.
No, you didn't. Stop
Yeah, in the
lying.
beta. Remember?
You came in 6th place.
Got
Good
6
line.
kills though. Got 6 kills though.
Either way,
Six
I mean,
kills.
it's really cool. I like Blackout. I really enjoy the way you drop in. I mean, hopefully they do. I hope they upkeep it like they do Fortnite, where they try something new. If they do that, I'm all in for Blackout. But if it's just like, all right, that's Blackout, fuck it, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
New as in how? The like map? Like new pieces to the map?
Well, in Fortnite, right? Every season or even within the season, they always say, hey, here's a new gun. Hey, here's a new mode. Hey, try this out.
Here's a giant cube that's dragging itself
Right,
across.
exactly,
I
right.
mean, Fortnite's a cartoon, so they have more.
They have
No,
a little
no,
bit more
no,
flexibility,
I
but
leeway. I know,
the
I'm just saying.
idea in Call of Duty to introduce new games, to introduce more vehicles, to introduce different ways of, playing the game is that'll be
You want
keep
them
people
That's
hooked
their
on.
biggest hurdle.
That's
Because if
gonna
they
be-
keep,
yeah.
if
Introduce
they
a
keep
different
doing,
car?
if they just have Blackout and they're like, this is our mode for like the whole year, that's where they're gonna run into
Yeah.
issues. Whereas Fortnite keeps you playing in different ways. Hey, here's all these challenges. Play a different way than you've been playing. Hey, here's
Yeah.
this to get this. Like it keeps you wanting to keep playing
Mhm.
because it's keeping you playing in different ways, so you're not getting bored of it and it's not stagnating. Whereas with Call of Duty Blackout, if they keep it and they're just like, oh, here we go.
No, they
they're
don't
not
update
adding
it.
anything. There's no secrets. There's no challenges.
Is there any like customization things like you unlock?
A little
or
bit, but
It's not like
it's
Fortnite.
It's not worth.
there's nowhere near
Working
like what
for.
Fortnite is.
I'm hoping they'll fix that.
I feel like that's gonna die really soon. Then,
That's what I'm saying.
like, what are we
So
playing
they
for?
need to start. They need to start beefing it up. Like I think they could do some really cool like
I can give you
like
some more
futuristic
games,
gear
guys.
look or
Exactly.
like whatever, and you can really, you make your guy look like a World War II guy or whatever, and like then build on
So it's
that and challenges and things like that. I think that would really help this game not stagnate. But if they don't, this game's dead in the water within like
Yeah.
the next couple months.
So, are there any like perks or any like kill streaks
I
you
mean,
get in?
no kill
Blackout?
streaks.
No
I
kill
mean,
streaks.
I don't remember. I only played Blackout like a good 2 solid nights, and I really didn't dive deep into like what cosmetics there are. I know there's different characters and stuff, but
There's no like kill streak. It's literally what like in terms of like Fortnite. It's what PUBG should have been, like we said on the original Impressions podcast.
PUBG.
It is what PUBG should have been.
Hmm.
It's just you drop into the place because if you want kill streaks and everything like that, that's when you go over the regular multiplayer.
Yeah, of course.
This is just gonna be like man on man, like you drop it into a map and then you go for it.
You need to get it, dude. Come on, right now you're
I
gonna
mean, it
make
doesn't
you,
sound like there's much longevity
you're-
to the game. I don't
I
want to
mean,
get it
either
if it's gonna die.
I mean,
soon.
you have regular multiplayer though.
you're gonna make me make you go
I mean,
solo
but
duos right now.
I don't even like the multiplayer. I'd rather play Battlefield. I'm
I love
kind of
it.
over the
See,
multiplayer.
and just to sell like Call of Duty is a game that I could play in and out for a year. Like
Yeah.
I'm bored or fuck, I only have 15 minutes. Okay, let me just jump into a match.
Yeah.
It's that kind of game for me where I'll keep playing it because I like it because the mechanics are so fun to me. Like, dude,
Sorry.
they have a grappling hook in this thing,
Mhm.
and it's fucking fun as fuck.
How big is the multiplayer? Like
Ooh,
6-on-6
look,
team deathmatch?
Yeah, I think-
Regular?
or 8.
See, my problem with like
Just
that
regular?
is that when the team is good, it's really overwhelming, especially if you're like soloing or you're playing with this one buddy.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't really like Call of Duty, and I lean more towards Battlefield because there's a lot more people. You're not really getting overwhelmed by 6 people that's fucking spawn killing you now because your team is that bad.
Okay.
I like it. You just jump out of the lobby after that game.
Why would I have to sacrifice?
suck,
my
dude,
time
that's
and
why.
You
energy?
suck. You get better. Step your game up.
Get
I
good,
know I
kid.
suck. That's why I
Step your
kind of
game
just
up.
learn how to play. I don't want to just dip out of the lobby now. Now that I can't even play the game anymore because I'm
Well,
getting
you couldn't
spawn
play the
killed.
game anyway because you're getting spawn killed
I'm getting
up the
spawn
ass.
killed.
Fuck
Did you put in?
That's why I just spawn in the corner, my little corner. And I just find my way into
Camp
some action.
Camp the fuck out.
Pulling
That's what I
Andreas
deserve.
and just camp in the corner.
First, I never camp.
Oh yeah, cut the roll to
Run.
the best of Couch Clash where
Camp,
he hides in
drop
gang
shotting.
beasts.
I was talking about. I run out with my cock out.
I run out with the car.
Uh,
That's how some people get arrested. You know what I
This
mean,
is
Louis
very
C.K. You know what I mean, Louis C.K.
Oh god, don't talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we playing tonight. We playing some Black Ops
We
tonight?
gonna be playing some blackout, dude.
Or
I'm trying to get some
even
dubs.
some team deathmatch. Because
I don't know.
I'm good on the team deathmatch.
I gotta get these Z's, man. I got this. Gotta get some sleep.
This guy.
I'm old, dude.
All right. Well, maybe tomorrow. We got things.
We got things
going
to
on,
do.
man. Well,
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
speaking. Oh, sorry. What was that?
No, it's just
No,
gonna
go
get
for
ready. No, it's just Super Mario Party.
no.
Tomorrow we're all gonna win.
I'm so excited. I haven't played a Mario Party in so long.
It's super weird. I played it and then they make you work
Oh,
with
so
the
you played
small
it.
ass Joy-Con. I told you I played one game
Mm-hmm.
and I got that dub.
I'm getting so drunk for Mario Party.
It's just a little. You use the Joy-Con, but it's like that one
You're
little
funny.
space. I just hate the fact that you can't use a Pro Controller.
You can't? Oh, because the Joy-Cons, because all the motion shit.
Yeah,
Makes
the
sense.
motions, Yeah.
So how many of these, do you play with 2 or do you play with 1?
One.
So we have enough.
Yeah, we definitely have enough off if there's 4 of us.
Yeah,
We got it.
Just bring your Switch and then I have my Joy-Cons here.
We Gucci.
Well, speaking. Well, I guess that segue doesn't
Speaking
really
of
work
Gucci?
anymore.
Speaking of Gucci.
We were talking about Call of Duty.
Uh-huh.
I think my thing's all messed up.
And they were talking about something pretty good about Call of Duty.
No, hold on. I think my thing's... Oh, do you have my extra page?
No, I'm just giving you my pitch.
Yeah.
It's backside.
Just give me your page. Sorry about that. Again, Chip Tube Gaming, we're a mess. Digital sales of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 breaks PlayStation and Activision records. So, essentially, this game is huge. Like, of course, saying that, like, oh, Call of Duty's huge. Like, no duh, no shit. It's always gonna sell.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought we were gonna start seeing a plateau, and we were for a little while. We
Mhm.
were seeing it kind of plateau. It wasn't getting like super like record-breaking numbers. And again, this is only for digital too. This isn't for.
It says a lot about digital, though.
Yeah, I mean, there's an interesting statistic in this as well,
My brother was one. He got a digital.
where it's Black Ops 4 declined by almost 50% in the UK compared to Call of Duty World War II in
the
like physical copies.
Right? Yeah.
Damn.
50%. Again, that's just the UK too. So America might be a little bit different.
Is
The
that
rest of the
just
world
for
might be a little
Xbox or the
different.
game in general?
That's just the game in general. Xbox,
Interesting.
PlayStation.
That just sucks though, because they remember if you bought Call of Duty, you had that day one. How was that patch for day one? It's like 50 gigs, wasn't it?
Ridiculous.
So again, if you go digital, great, but you're just gonna fuck up everything.
I mean, I feel like everyone's buying their game digitals now. Do you buy physical copies?
oh yeah, GCU all day,
Why?
Get GCU. You
GCU.
get 20% off a game.
20% off.
I mean,
That is the appeal to me. But with Call of Duty, I was like, I want to get in the beta, so I'll just pre-order this fucking thing.
Oh, you did digital too?
2, I did digital too.
Okay.
And 2, it was, I want this thing preloaded and ready to go. Why am I going to because I want to play it now.
Yeah.
So it's almost like 20% versus
Exactly.
playing it the night before. And that's where I kind of balance it. Like PlayStation exclusives or exclusive games like Cuphead, whatever. I'll buy physically just because I like that. I really
Mhm.
like exclusives. I
Yeah.
like what they stand for. And then everything third party, I'll pretty much download.
I'm with it.
That's
No,
where
I
that's where I come down.
I
on that.
totally see myself getting more digital games after my Gamers Club expires.
I'm just lazy. I'd just rather download and forget about it and come back to it when I get home.
Must be nice.
It's kind of how I am with digital copies.
It's nice because it's all preloaded. It's all
I
ready
think
to
it's a
go.
cool
Day
thing.
one
Close
patches.
application goes on
You
the
know,
next.
think about it. You don't have to worry about disc getting scratched. I had struggle with. That's probably really why I get digital copies
What do
because
you
I had a
do
lot
with
of.
your
Why did you not buy the
discs?
Dude,
How
What
do
are
you
supposed to
scratch
do
your
with-
discs?
how do you?
They just get scratched from just you playing it so much,
What you-
or you
what?
taking it out and swapping games. That's how they got scratched.
You
for
can't
me.
play a game too much
How
if
do
you
you
never
put
beat
it into
it.
the console? Sean's like,
I'm talking like
Sean's like
PlayStation
just
2,
rubbing-
Xbox 360 days.
Oh, great! When there's not even Blu-ray.
Sean's just rubbing the disc on
I
the
know,
wall
right?
before he puts it in.
Except my real gamers know what I'm talking about. Right? I see, I'm doing with amateurs here.
No, what are you
Listen.
talking about? You're like the kid at the birthday party that gets his fucking greasy paws all over the controller
Bruh,
after
the
he just ate
game
pizza.
this.
And then he takes out the game and then puts it upside down, or sorry, not upside down, downside down on the console.
Tambo was like, bro, what are you
Everyone
talking
makes mistakes, alright? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I did do that.
What do? You still do that? That's how your
Oh.
games got
I
scratched.
don't. That's why I
huh?
have digitals.
about?
I don't touch
He
it.
gets tired of
Nothing to
like
touch.
scratching it.
This guy.
No,
But
but I'm
yeah,
for sure gonna go
that's why.
digital. I'm gonna go digital.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's crazy that we've seen, like I said, this outsold the Call of Duty World War II in digital copies alone.
How do you guys feel about World War II games in general? Like, I'm
Beating a
honestly
dead
getting
horse.
tired of old historic shooting games. Like, please leave that in the past. I'm
I
tired of
like
shooting with
the
muskets.
story. I
That,
do.
there is story to it, but again,
I mean,
I like when
how
it's.
fast was it quick for people to get hated? Like when they started hating Call of Duty going futuristic.
Mhm.
Like people started
I don't
hating
want
it,
it to
double
go-
jumping, all this shit.
I'm
I
not
don't know
trying
why.
to. I'm not saying I want it to go like super futuristic. Just keep it modern.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
I like my scars, my M16s. I don't want to be walking around with like muskets. Like no, and I'm not trying to walk around with laser
Muskets
beams
are
either.
fucking cool, dude. Don't fucking
No, I'm not.
disrespect the
Fucking
musket.
15-minute reload time.
First of all,
Yeah.
you gotta get the gunpowder. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Just
Shoot once, then you got to sprint like for 10 seconds so you don't get shot while you're reloading. Like no, I'm tired of that.
That's why you gotta make your shot count, dude. That's how you get good
Shoot your
shit.
shot. Shoot your shot.
Shoot it.
No.
No. With it though,
No.
it's to me, it's too slow paced to me for like a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
When Killzone's even a faster game online than your game, then you know your game's slow. Killzone is such a fucking slow online multiplayer game. It just has no flow to me, whereas Call of Duty is known for flow. So I feel like Call of Duty kind of moved away from the World War II, the older war
Mhm.
era, because that's not what the series is anymore.
Yeah.
Now, a good single player like Call of Duty World War II game, I was into it. I still haven't played World War II, like the story mode on it. But I'm into that. I like that. I like history. I like things like that. I think that's cool.
I mean,
That's
history's
just me
cool,
personally.
but-
I like to be able to play like.
History's not, some history's not cool.
Yeah, I mean the history part is cool.
I
Don't get
mean,
me
the
wrong.
things that happened aren't cool, but it's like it's cool to look back on.
I
You
don't
know?
want to walk around with a little Tommy gun though, like
Bro.
What's wrong with the Tommy gun?
because I could have a more modern version of that gun and it'll be a lot better looking.
Look.
Probably have better customization. Like I can actually equip a red dot sight. Like they didn't have those. Look at
Prediction.
the iron sights.
What's your prediction?
Next Call of Duty is going to be another Modern Warfare. The next Modern
like
Warfare.
4?
Who's making the next one? And is
Four,
I know it's
they're gonna have some
Activision.
kind of clever name on it.
Who is it? Whose turn is it next year? It's
Uh,
Sledgehammer.
This was Treyarch,
Activision.
wasn't it?
This one was Activision.
This was
No, Activision's the publisher, but there's a developer. Just like Sony's the publisher, and then they have Guerrilla and Naughty Dog.
So you know how
I don't
Sledgehammer
know. I didn't
does
buy
one.
the game, Mike. You tell me. You bought it.
Treyarch.
Defensive.
I forget the other one. I know there's 3.
There's
Treyarch.
Treyarch. What was the other one that you said?
Sledgehammer.
Sledgehammer, and then what is the other one?
I'm not sure. Tambo.
Tambo. Can you look up Activision developers for me, or Call of Duty developers?
There you go.
Por favor. Thank
What
you,
do you?
Tambo.
Why are you googling? Why?
Because
what
it
do you
bugs
say
the
no just
fuck out
to
of
say
me.
what?
Because we
Alright.
got an hour to
No, I'm
talk
saying, what do you-
about things.
I'm saying, what's your point you're trying to get to by looking up the developers? Like, what are you trying to?
Well, because if one of them's a traditional Modern Warfare developer,
Yeah.
then
Isn't
I think
Modern
that writing
Warfare
would
by
be on the wall.
Treyarch?
no.
No, Black Ops, I believe, is Treyarch.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like the developers.
You're going to see...
Treyarch. No. Infinity Ward. That's the 3.
I thought Infinity Ward went down, though.
Arcane
Did it?
Studios. I think there was a mini game.
Tombo, look up if Infinity Ward went out of business.
I
They
thought
shut
no, they didn't
down?
go out of business, but I remember they kind of
Or
passed the
closure?
mantle down
No, they
to
didn't.
somebody.
Look up Infinity Ward closure.
don't know. Something happened with them. I remember they like passed the torch to somebody. I think that's what happened.
Treyarch and then Sledgehammer, because
So do you think the
Infinity
Modern
Ward
Warfare
was the
series-
original Modern Warfare game developer.
Infinity Ward?
Mhm.
Yeah.
It wasn't Treyarch?
No, Treyarch
Oh.
wasn't around till Call.
Infinity Ward was the first one.
hmm
You're right.
Don't you remember that logo when it comes out?
People are
Circular?
screaming at us.
Yeah.
You fucking idiots!
Fucking dumbass. I'm like, dude, fuck, dude. Sorry.
How do you not know that Treyarch was the first Call of Duty Black Ops developer?
That was the one too.
That was
what
my
I think
internet
about
voice.
Black Ops. Like,
Black Ops 1 was the shit.
I like how they're. I don't know. I don't know if it bugs me or not, but the way they're like reskinning the maps
What do you mean?
Yeah.
for multiplayer, right? So multiplayer for Black Ops, there's a cool amount of new maps, but then you have firing range that's in the new game. Like, all right, cool. Give me like new maps. Don't give me.
They've been doing that
reskinned.
for years, though.
Yeah,
But that's
like,
part of the
Nuketown is
DLC
hella
though.
different.
That was always part of DLC. From when I remember Call
I
of
hate
Duty.
it.
Just let
Nuketown's
these fucking
evolved.
maps die.
Nuketown's-
Nuketown sucked. I hate every
Nuketown
time they
was
bring
okay.
back Nuketown.
That's the spawn killing shit that you're talking about. I
That's
remember one
special
game.
Nuketown. You
This
just
guy.
get, they was waiting for you, sniper. Like, oh, there he is. Bow. You didn't even see what the fuck happened. Like, you just
Well, meow.
3 seconds to respawn. I just spawned though.
That's the funniest part.
Some juicy juice.
Get that Big B.
What do you say, Boo say?
Did Infinity Ward close down? Or is Andreas full of shit?
Probably full of shit.
That's what I would assume. But the next Call of Duty game, I would not be surprised if we see a Modern Warfare be the next one. Because in all honesty, they need some hype for this next game. Because if they come out with another... Honestly, if they come out with another anything else, I don't think it's going to be very much excitement. But if you go Modern Warfare 4, Modern Warfare, like whatever, I think people are going to be stoked.
Anything that comes out with Call of Duty name on it is going to be stoked. That's
No,
the
no,
thing.
no, but
No,
here's the
not
thing.
World War.
Black Ops 4 even was like... I didn't see tons of amount of hype over
Well,
it.
the hype was because of Blackout, and I think they might be rolling with it.
Yeah, but I still, like, I wasn't like this. Like, when Modern Warfare 3 came out even, I remember it being like, fucking let's go. Like,
How?
let's see, like, let's see.
Let's fucking do it, man.
Yeah, I remember that was like an event.
Yeah.
Even though Modern Warfare 3 was meh.
It was, man.
Again, that Modern Warfare name really carries a lot of weight, though. And
It
I
does.
think that's something that they're able to do something a little bit different than, like, the weird Black Ops, like, futuristic shit that they're into.
Still
Yeah.
hurt.
I mean, the cool thing is I'm just having fun with it, though. So that's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
The best thing is I'm having fun. I'm not raging. I think the only time I raged in this new Call of Duty, I fucking hated the way that you had to rank up. I remember the preset, like when you're level 1, and you could only make your class. You create a class at level 5. Level 1, 2, 3, and 4 could go fuck themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hated that. Once I figured out, I could create my class, pick my own fucking perks and shit. We solid. We're good.
You a noob?
Dude, fuck yeah. When I was level 1, 2, 3,
It
4,
sucks. That grind in the
that
beginning
grind
does
is
suck.
ass,
Because
dude.
you're like, why?
You don't like the... I mean, again, it could be just
I
me
put
getting
like
used to
3
it.
times the amount of bullets in this guy. Why isn't he dead? And he
It
got me with
sucks.
3.
It's annoying. It's just a learning curve. I guess it was a learning curve for me to getting adjusted, like how the game works, the balance, the way the guns and all that shit. But I still hated the fact that it was 1, 2, 3 levels 1, 2. Once I created my class, I was dogging bitches. I was killing them.
You're making me excited to
That's how it
go
always
play some Black Ops after this. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what we
Black
gotta do,
Ops.
baby.
So do you guys like Black Ops titles or Modern Warfare titles more?
Modern Warfare, hands down.
I feel like that's everyone's opinion.
And
for
that's what I'm
Call of Duty.
saying. With the next one, if they come out, hey guys, Modern Warfare, whatever the fuck the name is.
Let's call
Like,
it Modern Warfare. I wouldn't be surprised if they just did that.
It
But-
sucks.
yeah, come out like that. I think everybody would be like, I'm in. And then like if they did redid Rust, because that's a map that we haven't seen.
True.
Legendary map. They gotta do Rust. They gotta do a state. They have to do.
I forgot all about Estate.
No, state was classic. What's another good classic?
Again, I'm so
Terminal.
sorry about my burps. I don't know if you smell them at all. It's so bad.
Terminal's another classic.
Terminal. They did.
I don't know. Those are big 3 maps.
Yeah, I thought they redid Terminal.
They did Terminal.
Wasn't it trash?
It
Wasn't it
was
more
fine.
futuristic?
It
Yeah,
was.
but like let's we don't need to. I just need Rust.
Yeah.
Free everything
me
else.
fuck
I
everything
just
else.
need Rust. For me to be able to
Give me shipment.
tell
What's good?
somebody 1v1 me on 1v1 me
1v
on
me?
Rust.
1v me on Rust, man.
You guys don't even know about the Modern Warfare Rust.
What about it?
When it was just like literally 4 containers, boom, boom, boom,
Oh,
boom,
yeah,
and
it
that
was
small
great.
block.
And that small. Oh yeah, that's
That
what
was
I'm
the
talking
one.
about. Rust was it.
You get 1v.
Sniper on sniper. Good times.
Those are the days, man.
Good times. Simpler times.
You only play Rust a lot if you could get into the tube.
Tombo said
I
you can only
remember-
play Rust a lot if you can only get into the tube.
You didn't know that one. What?
What tube?
The tube in the back of the map.
The tube.
Tube in the back of
Oh.
the map.
Yeah, the little metal pipes.
I think I vaguely remember that.
Oh, dude, I wasn't a nerd.
I was a fucking
just kidding.
dork.
Oh, fuck.
You don't even know why you want Rust. You just want Rust because everyone else wants Rust.
No,
You got history behind Rust.
I have the most history behind Rust.
I've lost.
Because that's
many
where I
s-
was made.
I think he was
That's
just
where I
bad.
was forged
think
in the
he-
I've
fires of
lost
the
many
game.
lives on Rust.
I think he just like set a map private party, just him by himself.
I've
in
been
person.
called many bad names over Rust.
That was a map.
Heard it
No, I
all.
remember it was birthday party at my friend's house. Because he threw like the best like sleepover like birthday parties.
Mhm.
It was Rust all night and then like Halo like when like the later part of the night. But Rust in the beginning part of the night, we all just fucking were a bunch of jackasses and rusted it up. And then when we played online, that's like it was like,
Rusted it up.
hey, you suck 1v1 me on Rust.
Oh, so you
That's
played
what it
your
was.
friends. I played randoms.
No,
That's the worst.
I just said we would go in
Oh, okay.
onto the actual online and then we'd be like, okay, 1v1 me on Rust, man.
We settled this shit in Rust, boy. That's what it was.
That was like the meet me outside.
Then you just lose.
Cash
and you
me
just leave
outside,
the
how
lobby
about
and not
that?
say anything, huh? Right.
Huh?
I
Oh,
said when
I'm
you
still
lose, you
trash.
just leave the lobby and not say anything.
yeah,
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, I got disconnected, man. I don't know what happened.
Just shame
Block them
between
real
you
quick.
and the
Report
legs.
them.
Yeah.
Those were the days of Call of Duty when when party chats didn't exist.
They did.
And you had a.
What are you talking about?
I remember like Modern Warfare.
Parents had restrictions on your Xbox.
I don't know. I just
Didn't
remember
like parties.
I don't know. I never started using party chats until PS4, but PS3 it was always like
No, that was a
lobby,
shit show.
PS3.
Because you had to get a Bluetooth headset.
Bluetooth headset. I looked like one of those truck drivers. Like, was good?
Oh man.
And then yeah, dude, I
What
was
a
the way to talk
fucking
shit.
disaster the
That shit was
PlayStation
fun.
3 was in the beginning of its life cycle.
It looked
I remember
good.
that shit.
I
No, you
never
had to
had one,
compare Bluetooth.
It was
enter the
such
code.
shit too.
Yeah.
The Bluetooth headsets were shit. And you would go over to your friend's house who had an Xbox and you're like, God, these headsets are so much better. Why do I have this piece of shit little thing that makes me look like a 40-year-old like dad?
Truck driver.
Truck driver, that's what you are.
Construction
Taxi
worker.
driver, or something. It was pretty bad. But those were the days, though, man. Those were the days.
He said taxi driver.
And then the online passes, or not the online, the online passes that you have to get with games.
Speaking of passes, time is passing. How do you guys feel about Red Dead coming out next week? You guys getting it?
Next week?
Comes out
Yeah,
next week,
I
dude.
believe it comes out on the 26th, right?
Oh, is that a Friday or Thursday?
Tambo.
Don't asking me questions. Don't be asking me questions. I'm asking
Can you
you
look up the
questions.
Red Dead release date? Por favor. Thank you. Gracias.
I'm pretty sure it's the
De nada.
26th on a Friday, yeah.
On a Friday.
Yeah, it's not this one. It's the next one.
Oh, next Friday.
believe so.
Oh, wait. That's what we just said. Fuck.
50-50.
Everything's coming too fast.
Let me look it up.
That's what she said.
Everything's happening way too fast, man. We got Red Dead coming out.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have coming out in November?
No,
26th,
actually, this. Fuck. Because we got the DLC for Spider-Man.
DLC Spider-Man this
That's
week.
on the 24th, isn't it?
Yeah, that's this week, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, next week. Same week as Red Dead.
Yeah, same week. It's the same week.
So we got DLC for Spider-Man with the stupid skins. They're
the
not
skins
even
look
good
weird.
DLC. We got Red Dead. When is Spyro comes out?
Spyro comes out in November, end of November.
Yeah, they pushed it back.
Fucking Fallout comes out on the 14th of November, which is 2 weeks after Red Dead drops.
Oh man!
I think Spyro comes out that same week.
Good
that
thing I'm not playing
Fallout.
Fallout.
Comes out.
I'm
Good
not playing
thing I don't give a
Fallout.
fuck about Fallout.
I remember I saw some gameplay about Fallout. Did you see the gameplay about Fallout?
I've
Like
saw
how
some
it is?
gameplay. I've saw some like
It's super fucking
beta
weird.
reviews.
I
I
still
kind
don't
of
get
want
it.
to get the. I kind of want to get the beta,
What
but
do
I'm
we-
kind of nervous.
What are we doing about reviews, by the way? We're in this holiday season. I'll do Spyro.
Hmm.
How do you
Put
guys
some
want to do
reviews
this?
out.
Because I feel like we should focus on this one.
We should definitely do.
Fallout for sure.
I'll do Fallout review. You guys want to hear that?
Red
From me? I'm
Dead.
gonna keep it
Dead.
150%
Oh,
with
fuck.
you guys.
I know, yeah, but it's cool. I would be excited for that. I want to see that.
Red Dead.
The people want to see it. Tweet Copa Andreas that you want to see his.
You know what my review is gonna be?
You gotta let you. You
This,
can't.
my review is gonna be like this. This is how you're supposed to groom your horse to build loyalty. It's gonna be a tutorial, not
To
even a
build
fucking
loyalty.
review.
You don't even have to
It's gonna be a
edit.
tutorial.
You don't even have to edit it. You just need a script. Come in. We'll do the VO.
He
You
needs
sit
to
down
record
here.
the gameplay though.
Huh?
Doesn't he have to record?
It's easy.
That
ain't no problem.
Yeah.
That ain't no problem.
We're gonna have to invest in another game capture.
I mean, you can take that one.
We'll figure it out. But Red Dead is fucked, dude. It's gonna be a game that is gonna put me out for a minute.
There's a lot of time in between the games where he can get.
Like, I'm gonna dabble in everything besides maybe Fallout because
You're gonna.
let's be real, I don't give two fucks about Fallout.
Sleeping on the Fallout.
But yeah, I'm gonna be dabbling in everything because I want to be able to be part of the discussion and be able to give my opinion.
We'll
on
just
it,
have a
but
one-man show for this guy
I know.
who Fallout. What?
Sit down and talk to him. Well, we're talking to a guest that might be coming on at the end of November, and he'll be able to talk to him. He'll be playing some Fallout.
Okay.
So he'll probably get your Fallout talk with him.
Stay tuned.
Big things coming. Big things coming.
But
This is probably the biggest news of the week. The developers dragged Rockstar over 100-hour work week on Red Dead Redemption 2. Speaking of Red Dead, this is essentially.
is there like
They were interviewed and they bragged about a 100-hour work week that, like, yeah, our team puts in 100
Was
hours
it bragging
a week.
or were they whining?
they were bragging?
No, they were bragging.
They
The
were
main
bragging.
lead guy was like, hey, like, we do 100 hours a week, like, to make this game. Like, it's been ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. So proud of the team and we have great work ethic and blah, 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 blah. And then
Somebody was like, "Hey,
Waypoint, who got the initial interview, was like, basically made this like not a hit piece because I don't like saying it, but it kind of came off as a hit piece, as
Yeah.
in like,
the fuck you
hey, I just did this interview with the Red Dead Redemption developer, and their crunch hours
This
are
is what they do.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Crunch is ridiculous, and this needs to be fixed in the gaming industry, and we shouldn't have to have developers work 100 hours a week because they have lives, they have families. It's bad for mental health. It's bad for just in general to be working 100 hours a week on something, and basically that they're forced to. But I've heard things from both sides from developers on Twitter. Again, the majority of them are going to be like, yeah, this is like ridiculous crunch. We don't need 100 hours a week. Like, this is asking way too much of us. But again, we're not forced to, but if we don't, we can get let go from our contract, essentially. Like, it's happened from stories I've seen on Twitter. Again, completely anecdotal.
Yeah.
And then I've seen other people be like, no, I want to put my heart and soul into this game. I want to work that time.
Yeah.
How do you even fit 100 hours in 1 week? Like, is that like a 20-hour a day?
It's ridiculous.
When did you sleep?
They put it this way: there's no days off. You would work 7 days. You'd put easily 12 plus hours.
What, 7 days, each day 15 hours?
Yeah.
Easy.
Some of these stories are there's people sleeping on the couches.
Wake up,
like,
work.
and wake up and work. Like, at
I think
the
it's not the
place.
idea.
My big question.
Don't
Go
have
ahead.
that idea of them being in a computer for fucking 15 hours, like writing code.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure they had
No,
breaks.
I think
and
that's like a
lunches and
majority
They
of it, though.
relaxed.
You can't say it's like, oh, they're outside playing
I mean,
catch.
they had to be doing something.
No, I'm pretty sure they had breaks throughout the day and shit. Like, again, I'm not saying that they didn't work at all. Like, clearly those hours were put in, but I don't want to make it seem like, oh yeah, I was like whip on my back, like kind of.
I mean, some people could be though, and I think that's the issue. Is like, I think Rockstar's notorious for their work labor violations. Essentially, that I think they were actually one of the ones cited from this Twitter. Again, this is all Twitter, so this is anecdotal. This
If
is
it's on
not
Twitter, it's
Twitter
real.
fingers.
hardcore journalism, but it was an ex-developer who worked there who is basically, I've seen people get laid off for not doing the 100-hour work week.
So my question is, like, does Rockstar just procrastinate and then, like, they start like a year after they sign the contract?
No.
Shit, dude.
And then they have to
No.
like crunch it down before it's due, or
No. How this works is it's a game is a ton because it's basically
know.
I don't know, but like it's you fix one thing and 5 things break. So it's like, you know, that cartoon where it's like there's a hole in the water tower and you put your finger on the hole in the water tower to patch it up, and like 5 more come and you have to patch those all up.
yeah.
That's how it's been described to me for game development. Is you plug one hole, like 3 more come up. You plug those holes, 10 more come up, and you have to like keep fixing these little bugs. That's just unfortunately that's just what takes.
Yeah.
See,
What
I
it
just want
takes.
to know the frame of time they had to work on it, because 100-hour work weeks. I've put in like 6 hours worth into an essay that I procrastinated, the day before class, and that makes me kind of nervous for the game because it was a shitty paper. You know what I mean? If I'm putting in that much time at the last minute, it's gonna be shitty because I'm not focused and shit. So if they're putting in 100-hour work weeks before the day or the release date, is the game gonna be good?
I think what it is, what any developer will tell you is there's never not enough time.
Yeah.
Like, they can always use more time to make the game better.
Polish it.
And what happens is you get these developers who go, hey, this is the release date. hit this release date. You need to hit this date. So crunch essentially is, hey, in that last month, 2 before you go gold, 3, it's basically, fuck. Like, even though we were working 50 hours a week, 70 hours a week, now we have to crank it up to 100 hours a week. It's not like they weren't doing things before. It's just, again, they need to put in that extra 30 hours to hit that deadline, which then to me goes, okay, there's 2 ways to fix this. You can either, we need to be able to have some kind of law that says you need to have this certain amount. I don't even know how they would do this. It gets super complicated when you get you get the like legal system into it. Is you get some kind of law that says you can't work over this, like your release date can't be this close to when you start your project or whatever. So then it gives you 4, 5, 6 years, but then it would take a lot longer for games to come out, and it could also financially bankrupt some studios because they're not getting the game out fast enough to be able to reap the benefit of, hey, this game sold a million. Like, it's sticky. And then I've seen people call for unionization, which that's it's never gonna happen, guys. Like, let's let this go. It's unionization in the gaming industry will never happen. It's overseas. We have to. How are you gonna have the U.S. government set laws for people over, like and like other or not the U.S. laws, but like the union, that would get all sticky because then you're dealing with all different kind of legal systems and how other people work and different incomes and everything like that. So that gets like ridiculously oversaturated and sticky. So it sucks. I know, Andreas, what do you have to say about it?
No, I mean, you kind of knocked on the point of like, back there because you already said the point. But my point of it is, you're getting paid for these hours. It's not like you're clocking off and working off the clock to get these hours.
I mean, the money isn't the issue, sir.
I'm pretty sure, but I feel like that's kind of like, okay, at least they're getting paid. Like, that's my right. Like, fuck, dude, if these guys are working, I hope they're getting paid like good money at least or something. Like, putting in all these hours. That's my first thing.
But you're getting paid to never see your child. Or
I mean, they're not complaining about the money. They're just complaining that they're putting too much time.
Bring my child to work day every day.
That's 100 hours not at home.
No, this is true. And again, like Mike is right. It would be such tricky waters to get unionized or anything like that. Because when you put that pressure of, all right, we're going gold. Or not going gold, but we're going to go. We're
about to go gold.
Or even when essentially it gets real when you show the first trailer or teaser. Because then people are going to wait. Oh, fuck, this game's making made?
And you don't want to be a Last Guardian.
Like, don't want to be a Last Guardian. Imagine the team right now on, like, The Last of Us right now. Right? There's so much hype around that game. They're showing trailers. Like, pretty sure right now they're putting in easy 50-hour work weeks. Like, everybody loves a little bit of OT. But when it's, like...
that much,
and it's just because there's a deadline, like, fuck, you got to give yourselves a break. Because looking at some of these stories where these people are like, oh, I had to take a medical leave. I had to, some guy was
taking medical leave. I am
his
tired.
Sleep schedule. Some guy's sleep schedule was fucked up, and he couldn't recover for 5 years.
So like, were they do? That's my another question. It's like, were they doing these super crunches like at periods of time throughout the the development time period was 5 years? I'm assuming was what it was.
No, I mean, like
are they having like a quarter, like 3 months, where they're just like every fucking it's gonna be 100 weeks. For 3 months, and then they're like, they drop that down to like 50.
So it's different for each developer.
Yeah.
And it's different for each game. But essentially, from my understanding of the situation is a developer will work, like I said, more than 60 hours a week sometimes, and even throughout like the beginning of the game, just to get the foundation of the game. So you're 40 to 60 hours a week.
Put the games on its legs.
Yeah.
And then from
so
there you gotta make the face.
Crunch is basically that time where it is, hey, your release date's here and you have this much to do. Like, you need to crunch. You need to get, like, all your ducks in a row because basically it's like, Andreas, you're going to work. I need this done by this date. You need this done by this date. Your team needs to do this by this date. And it's basically, okay, we need it done by that date.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to stay and work 100-hour work weeks, but we need to get it done by that date. So we're going to be in here and working until we hit these, like, little
hit that deadline.
Yeah.
Hit that, like...
Yeah.
It's just crazy, just the idea of people working 100 hours, dude, in 1 week. 100 hours in 1 week.
And crunch is part of the culture, like, of the games industry. And I don't think a lot of, I'm sure there's some bad apples where it's like you have to work this 100-hour like work week.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of developers it's hey, like, you need to get this done. and then that's the hours that
Yeah, and that's the
they
thing,
calculate
I
out to
think
be.
people, the reason why are like, oh, my bad, but I think
No,
sometimes the reason why they work those 100 because at the end of the day, when the credits roll, their name is on it. You know.
Yeah.
So people are really like, fuck, my name's on this shit. I better do a good fucking job. If I need to make sure people can see my work, see what I've done, and I feel like that's another reason why. I mean, there's some people trying to fight it, but there's some people like, fuck it. Like you said, it's part of the business. I got into the business because of it. I'm gonna have to bear with it.
Yeah,
like a pride thing.
Essentially, I feel
yeah,
like,
well, and it's a passion thing too. From what I've seen on Twitter on the other side of this, on games developers on the other side of this, they're like, I don't want to not do the 100-hour. Like, yeah, it's like hard. I don't not want to do crunch because it's like I want this to be the best that it could be, and I'm working my dream job of making video games, and this is something I always wanted to do. This is something my parents always told me I couldn't do, make a living off of, and I'm here and I'm doing it and I'm loving every second of it. And yeah, it sucks sometimes and you get tired and it really wears on you, but as soon as that game ships, it's people are taking vacations. Like, you get like a month vacation
before you
like after you ship. Yeah.
That's not even that long.
A month of vacation.
A month of vacation?
Yeah.
Paid?
You tell me you wouldn't want to take a month of vacation right now?
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but I would definitely take a month. But like after 100 hours, to get a month back.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Well, and then they start rolling into their other game, which again, it's gonna be a lot more ramped down in the beginning because you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do, the story that you're gonna do, what mechanic, what kind of game you're gonna do. Is it gonna be sequel? Is it not gonna be sequel? A lot of storyboarding. So after that month, it's not like you're back to 100 hours, you're back to 60 hours, but you're.
I know it's the slow oncoming, I'm sure, but I'm just saying. Shout out to my developers. You guys got it well.
Shout out to
For real. And I've seen it.
I really
even Nick
appreciate the work you
even
guys
the indie
do.
developers, even the indie, like
Nick. That's what I was gonna say. I saw even Nick
Nick.
DiPaolo get in on the conversation. And he was like, why would you force somebody not to do that? Because for Nick, it's very much like us. Like, in terms of Nick, that guy
baby.
grinds his ass off every day. I respect the hell out of Nick DiPaolo's
Definitely.
work ethic.
I love seeing his little updates he has. Like,
And
it's
it
like,
looks
damn.
better and better
Every time.
every week
Trailer
with
should be
Adams
coming out,
Ascending.
right?
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
time. His trailer should be coming out for that.
Kind of Funny Games Showcase. He might
Perfect,
be
yeah.
in on the Kind of Funny Games Showcase, which is so cool this year to see Nick. But Nick goes to work 40, 50 hours a week.
Easy.
Right? Comes home, is a parent, new parent. This baby is only a couple months old. A husband, and then he's working on this game. And every time I see it, it looks leaps and bounds better. And Nick is a person where it's like, it's not even work at this point. Yeah, it's gonna be hard sometimes, and yeah, fuck, you get stressed sometimes.
It's perfectly.
But I want to do this. This is my baby. This is why I moved out here.
Passion.
Like, Nick has that passion. So when he was jumping in the conversation, it came from a place of, I do this, and maybe in a different way. And maybe it's not the game all 80 hours.
Yeah.
But the game's 20 hours. You know, and it's the same thing with us, where it's like, it would suck if there was somebody saying, hey, we couldn't, like, if chiptooth gaming ever became a thing.
Yeah.
I'm putting 80 hours into it easily.
Oh, no doubt. Because again, that's what you're passionate about. That's your livelihood in a sense,
60
right?
to 80 hours a week.
I won't even count the
easily.
hours. Because I already know it's going to be a lot. I won't even
Hey,
count
we
it.
don't even count.
Yeah,
I know,
what does it count?
but that's the thing.
I just worked.
And it's not even like an hourly OT thing, especially at
Yeah.
at the level that we would be able to do it. I would easily put that time into it because it's like, this is my baby.
That's
This
your
is what I'm
livelihood,
gonna
though.
do.
That's the
This
thing,
is what
yeah.
I worked my ass off for. So yeah, if we ever got made this chiptooth gaming a thing and we got a studio, me and Tambo, you bet your ass we'd be in there troubleshooting things, rewiring things, like working our ass off. And he's like, I don't know about that. It would just be one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take the time because I'm putting my name on it. This is something I'm passionate about. This is my dream.
So again, this story is very, very interesting in the fact that, like, do you agree with me? I mean, again, if you were on that team and the game director was like, yo, Mikey, I need you to do this art. I need it done. What are you going to do?
Well, I mean, my problem with things like that.
Get some sleep, man. I was like, no, motherfucker, you get it done. Like,
But here's the thing. Like, yeah, for me, I'd be like, no, I'll go to sleep. I don't like art. That's something game development would be way stressed. I get what you're saying, but I'm gonna put this into more of the terms. If, like I said, it was us big, or I went to go work for, a kind of funny fun house, whatever,
yeah.
and they're like, hey, we need this done, and they don't necessarily give me, hey, like you need to do this 100
Like,
hours.
I need it done yesterday.
I'd be all night. I'd be working on shit, even though they don't necessarily ask it of me. Again, same with us. Like if we ever got big, it would be hands down. I'd be working on this. So it's one of those things where it's, do you come down on it? Like, should they or shouldn't they? I don't think they shouldn't be forced to.
Do they want to?
It's they want to?
No, exactly. Yeah. I feel like it's more of like a.
Maybe publishers should be giving a little bit more leeway on a release date. Like, I don't know what the solution would be though. Do you have what would your solution to be fixing crunch?
Again, it's just the idea of a delay.
You just have to get a dedicated team, get people that actually want to do it, and not worried about the crunch.
But here's the thing: you have people who's missing. Like that's just not real. It's like very capitalistic. And again,
I mean, there's always politics to it.
I know, yeah. But think of like where you work right now. Like, do you see everybody being on board for one thing?
But it's also
hard.
it's
It's
also
hard.
a thing
It's
of
hard
like
to
you
say
have
that.
people who are missing their births, their children. You have people.
I don't know
who are
about all
missing-
that, man.
No, I've heard stories,
That's
man.
bullshit, man.
I've heard stories where it's like people have missed their birth of their child.
I mean, at that point, I'm not gonna lie, you're an idiot. I'm sorry, but like, dude, did you fucking deuces.
Okay, yeah, but
I feel the same way.
deuces, and then you let the whole like that deuces.
If my
you could be
team
the
had
no,
deuces,
listen,
that deuces.
listen.
What?
You
I
could
don't,
be
I don't see
deuces.
how.
You could be deuces,
that
and you're
life-
2 weeks out from getting the game shipped.
Yeah.
And you're deuces to go leave for. And again, I'm not saying this is right or this is how it should be.
Yeah.
But that 3 days, you've now missed your ship date.
I don't know about
And
3
now
days.
you've missed all your perks of hitting ship date, which is bonus rewards, actually shipping the game and your rewards after it, and also the financial benefit of actually shipping the game. So I get the stress on these people to actually, because they feel like the weight of the game is on their shoulders, and since it is such a team effort, if one person, if that one Jenga block gets moved, that whole tower could be coming down.
That's a good way to put it. But still, I completely understand like that crunch, like and like you said, that crunch time that like I need to get this fucking done. Again, for me, I mean, again, it's priorities at that point, you know. Again, if this is my passion project, if this is my baby, if this is like I bleeded for this, I, sweated, tears, all that shit, right? And then, oh, by the way, I'm having a baby. All right, cool. Let me just go kiss the baby and then come back.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'll take 3 days. Like, of course, I'll be like a good.
No.
This
Again,
is
I'm
how
not
I'm
saying that's
thinking.
the right side. I'm just playing devil's advocate, like on all sides.
Well, you're a pretty bad devil's advocate.
Because it's one of those things. Because I don't
I
know.
got
I
it,
don't know
though.
the right answer. I don't know the solution to fixing this.
You're
Because
absolutely
you're right.
right.
I don't think people should be working 100 hours, or feel like they need to work 100 hours. Like
That's
if you
the
want to
thing.
work 100, like go
Yeah.
for it. And if absolutely, if your employer goes, yeah, I'll pay you for overtime on like
100 hours.
Okay.
Knock that shit out.
I'll do it. But at the same time, if you're like, hey,
But I don't think
40 hours, 50 hours, like I'm out, like I can't do anything more than that. I don't think you should be looked down upon like you lazy piece, you lazy sack of
Yeah.
shit.
But it depends on the studio because I think only Rockstar could really afford to be doing that kind of 100-hour type
I
shit.
don't know. There's a lot of
I am pretty
developers
sure
who
there's
get-
other ones that do it and just don't say it.
I just know Rockstar's like they're the money ones right now. Like, fuck.
That's because it's a bigger name than a lot of
Everybody,
studios.
I mean, every day, crunch is synonymous with video games. Like everybody knows
like
about
finals
crunch.
week in a sense.
Every developer.
I feel like if you develop the
has a
game, you
crunch.
know the crunch.
Mhm.
Yeah,
If you were part of a developing team, you know what crunch feels like, no matter what studio you're working for.
sure.
And I don't know the solution. Like I said, unionization wouldn't work, and it just sucks that like people feel like they have to do this.
So that's the part, like you said. I feel like if there ever is like a union or some regulation on this shit, all right, cool. Red Dead's gonna be delayed for another year because of all this bullshit.
Well, I don't think it's fair either to be like, hey, you're not working the 100 hours and you're holding back the team.
Yeah,
Like, I think that's fucked up too.
No, that's
I
fucked
think
up.
there's a
I
lot of
think that's
fucked up,
fucked up.
like,
that's fucked up.
there's a lot of, like this is
dude,
a sticky web.
It's like we're putting in 100 hours, dude. Why are you only putting in?
Yo, you're 60
60.
hours?
The fuck, dude? Pull your
We're
fucking
putting-
weight.
yeah, we're putting 100, man.
But yeah, that peer pressure
That
or
would
some
suck.
bullshit like that, I'd be like, fuck you guys. Like, that is,
I'm doing what I can.
again, it's that gray area. We're,
My kid had just had his birthday party.
it's just super
Flick a
gray
cigarette
area.
in your face.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Go to
Tell
work.
little Jimmy he's in the state.
Spit in my
for me.
coffee.
It's super murky water to get into that for sure. I'm just glad the game's out, so they don't have to work 100 hours anymore.
It's gonna go, but
Congrats to that guy for not working 100-hour weeks anymore. But hey, it's gonna come to fruition when I'm grooming my horse and be like, hey man,
About to be 12.
Thanks for making me this game.
No, really?
I mean, it's 11-10.
Jesus.
Oh, shit. All right.
All right. Well,
We grab this bitch.
yeah. So I mean, as far as crunch, yeah, it sucks. Sticky. Let us know in the comments down below what you think.
I want you
I
guys
think
to
this is
have
a really
fun.
important conversation to like actually talk about and discuss.
Yeah, I
I feel
think
like
when we do
a
get,
game should be fun at all times. Like,
I'm pretty sure there is. And
I
again,
know it's gonna be hard and it's gonna be easy moments, but I feel like it should always be fun. And when that part gets removed, I feel like that's when people's like mindsets and
Yeah.
that's when it starts hurting you.
that's
like,
when you take
mentally and
medical leave for
physically.
6 months.
Because you're no longer having fun. Now you're just working. You're slaving.
Mm.
When you start slaving and you're not
Nobody
having
likes
fun,
slaving, dude.
that's when I feel like that's where the line should be drawn. And it's hard to draw that line because everyone's different.
Passion project shit.
Passion
Like that gets
slave.
in the way, dude.
Yep.
Yeah. It fucking gets in the way.
And yeah, I want to get away from this, but I think the solution to this would be have people from each major developer come together and actually sit down in a room and like come up with a solution to crunch, and like how can we still meet these deadlines but not kill ourselves,
I mean, to a
and
point,
then
they
see
need
what
to,
they
but
come out with.
I don't even know if that would even work. Because like I said, everyone has different lives, everything has things going. Like,
No, I get it, but like come up with something like, okay, you get 3 weeks of 3 months of like vacation after, or you know, little things like I don't know. I wouldn't know how.
Yeah,
to,
there's
how to
I feel like we
different
should
ways.
have like 2 teams or 3 teams of people working on a project, so that way they can have some people like,
fluctuate, right? Like, hey, you can go on
okay,
vacation.
this
all right,
group
but
is done. You guys can have like that month off or that couple weeks off while we rotate this
Yeah,
group.
that's what I'm
in.
saying,
You know
and
I
that's
mean?
what people who actually work on these games know it better than us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Get them together in a room.
That might
and
even be
like,
a thing already. I might just be talking about shit that's already going
I don't know.
on.
I don't think so.
Either
That
way.
seems like it would be sticky too.
It's
Oh.
weird.
Because like, hey,
It'd be a lot more
I'm
money
an
involved
artist.
at everything.
Pick off where I left on my art. How are you gonna like?
Yeah, that's the weird part.
Yeah.
And that comes to working with the team. What do you mean how?
Yeah, but if that team's gone,
If I'm an artist, I have a different visual eye than you as a different artist. Just like on Couch Clashes, our edits are very different.
True, but I mean, we
They're
still
not uniform. If we were making
I mean, we
one
still ask
Couch
for-
Clash,
for, you know what I'm saying, tips or advice based off each other's editing.
yeah, but our initial vision's different. So that's what I'm saying. It's
more murky water, dude.
murkier than just like that. Like I don't know. Again, who knows? So
Who knows, man?
I ain't got the answer, Sway.
House,
I
right?
can't believe we filled up that hour that fast.
Yeah,
That was quick.
Wasn't it
Okay.
an hour? I mean, we might have started a lot later. I don't
might
even
have
know.
been
it was
a
like
little
it's a good hour though.
Lower.
Thanks, guys.
Where's the? We're just gonna answer a couple questions here. We'll save topic of the show next time. I think it's on this one. Got a couple questions from a couple listeners. If you have questions for Completely Consensual, go ahead and you can either tweet us at CTGVids at any time during the week, and you can also send an email to us at chiptoothgaming@gmail.com. Send it just with the topic Completely Consensual question, and then leave your question in the subject box, and we are more than happy to answer it. Like I said, anytime during the week, go ahead and leave us those questions, and we'll answer them on the podcast
We shall.
for your enjoyment. Alfonso asks, thoughts on Project Stream and its future implications. I got in on the beta, and it works pretty damn good. And any resistance to an all-digital future. This is the Google
thing.
the Google streaming on the Chromecast where you can play games.
It's
with
pretty
the
dope.
Assassin's Creed.
That's pretty fucking dope.
We talked about it a little bit last week, so we're not going to get too much into it. But it's crazy. From the sounds of it, it does work pretty well.
Yeah.
Google is going to have its hands full. Google's fighting so many different fronts on so many different sides of tech right now. They want to get into the gaming. So they want to take on Sony, and they want to take on Nintendo and Xbox. They're in computer OS now.
Mm-hmm.
So they're taking on Microsoft and Apple. Like they're fighting on all different sides.
Yeah.
AI. So now they're taking on Apple and Amazon. So they're just taking on everybody right now.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see how any of this pans out for them.
Can I read the question one more time? I want to make sure. I
You
understood
can't
the
read
question.
that. My it's so chicken scratch.
Project Stream. Okay. I want to make sure I heard that.
So do you guys have any hesitation going into an all streaming future?
Not really, because I'm already kind of seeing myself going more into the digital. And again, streaming is the idea of freeing up space so you don't take a hard drive and all that shit. So, do I see myself using it? Yeah, but I still can't get behind the PC. I'm just not a. Eventually, I'll be a PC player, but right now, I just don't know how WASD.
Do you have to
Mouse
use
work.
PC controls for this?
I don't know. Probably not. They always have adapters and shit, but that's my idea of it.
I kind of do want the streaming service, but I kind of don't. only because I don't want to have. I mean, like I said, it all depends on how good their streaming is.
True.
Because if there's like delays or there's glitches or you know what I'm saying, I play a part of the game and then like now I have to load the next piece of the story. Like I don't want none of that shit to happen.
Alfonso says it's pretty damn good.
He says it's good.
He said it's good.
Alfonso.
And that's he's playing.
We're gonna try it out, you son of a bitch.
Assassin's
And if it's
Creed,
not,
right?
we're coming for you.
He's playing Assassin's Creed, right? That's
Yeah,
the game he's talking
that's
about.
the one game that they're like.
That's the one game that they're saying, hey.
Making a beta on this.
Is it for the Google Play? How do you get the beta? I feel like I gotta test it before I really speak on
Chromecast,
it.
I believe.
Chromecast?
Yeah, from when we last looked at this, it was Chromecast.
Okay. Ooh.
Or I heard Chromecast.
Ooh.
Could be wrong. Let us know in the comments down below. I mean, Chromecast $35.
All right, I'm gonna have to peep that.
Chromecast is like $35.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Assassin's Creed.
it's not playing off the Chromecast.
Last time we talked about it, you said it was off Chromecast.
I know I was wrong.
What
I
is it
got
off?
corrected.
It's on PC?
Yeah. It's like their OS.
It's not off the Chromecast. Forget everything I just
That's
said.
why I was like, wait, what's going on? I totally
Damn,
forgot to
I
correct
was
that.
It's
excited.
on PC?
I was gonna look up shit after
All I
the
know,
podcast.
my friend corrected me on it because he knows a little bit more about it than I do because he actually read into it. But I was like,
Well,
yeah.
wonderful way to make us look good.
Well, thank
I
you.
was like,
now we're all looking.
He
dumb.
actually doesn't have a news show and looks into the news.
We're all looking dumb as you
I was like,
lead
what?
us into this.
Yeah, dude. I was like, what's going on? No, but he told us that it's not off. Like, you can't just buy a Chromecast and buy it off that. Like, that's not how it works. Essentially, I think it's like, again, like their web browser that they're trying to do and shit like that. I'm probably
You
wrong
suck.
again, but yeah.
You suck.
Now we look like idiots.
Now we
Just
look
cut it out.
dumb letting you talk. You're leading us into this dumb
The
talk.
rabbit hole, because I'm the smart one, guys. Hey.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested. If you say it's good, Alfonso, I'll take your word. I'm not quite there yet, and it also would suck if like the power went out or the internet went out, or you're in
Yeah.
between moving and you don't have internet and you want to play a game.
So does it? See, my question like, does it quick save onto the cloud? Does it save your data onto the cloud?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah.
As you play, so there's no quick save. You don't have to hit save or nothing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure you would have to hit save. Like, if the game required any save system they have implemented, I imagine they'd have in the actual streaming game. So if it's you have to physically save it,
Yeah.
then you have to physically save it.
And
But
what
a
if
lot of
there's-
games have autosave.
What if there's data corruption? You can't recover like your.
I think
save
you have
file?
less likely of a chance of having data corruption from streaming than you do of
Yeah.
actually on a physical
because
thing.
it's saved onto an actual drive that could be corrupted. I don't know. It's everything. All the pieces sound correct. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. Maybe that's something I just have to jump into. Have faith in.
We'll see.
We'll
And-
very much see.
Adam Wishra asks, how did you all meet and what brought you together to the podcast?
What's up, Adam? I met Mikey in college. Actually, we had dormed like down the hall from each other. I would come over to his dorm. We weren't really cool at the time, but we was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't mind hanging out with Mikey.
Cools.
Yeah, what's up, Shawn? And then, like it would be like a very like one-off thing.
It was a neighbor thing.
But it was
Yeah.
always like he was friends with other people in the dorm.
Yeah, I was friends with like everyone in the dorm, but I hung out with everyone else except for Mike, because Mikey didn't
makes
like me
sense,
too
yeah.
much.
It
We
was
got
Secretly.
some
very
stories
white.
of Shawn, man, from freshman year.
All right, we grew from yesterday, okay? Some stories
so
went
good.
down in
Got
that
some
dorm.
stories. I got some stuff. To
That's
say.
how I met
yeah,
Mikey.
I think we all been to college.
That
With
is-
stories.
yeah, and then eventually I ended up getting a job at this one place, and then I was like getting in an interview, and I was walking with the guy who was interviewing me, and then Shawn was just there, like, "Oh, what's up, Mikey?"
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, I know
Yeah.
that guy.
I look over, I was like, "Oh, what's up, Shawn?"
What's up, Mikey? And then he hit me up about his channel, and I was just like, shit, bro, if you ever need a guy, like, I'm here. I'm serious. And then like he eventually hits me up, and here we are today. This
He
is,
was on Completely Consensual, episode
so-
1.
Uno.
Uno. He was here from the very beginning.
with day one cat.
Day one cat. No, and yeah, it was one of those things where it's like I always chipped, especially early chips at gaming. I was like, I want a team,
Yeah.
and I just could never find that team that like we clicked together and like we meshed together. And I started building pieces when I met all you, and then
Yeah,
I met
that's,
you.
Same
Work.
at work. You're like, I was like, dude, I saw Mikey. I was like, dude, this guy fucks.
This guy fucks.
This
you know what
guy
I mean?
fucks.
Even
So
Tom
you
was
just
like,
You have to get some of that, huh?
yeah, dude. I was like, what's your secret? And I was, just again, Mikey.
Secret
clicked.
I always vibe with Andres in
Yeah.
a way where it's like we have similar tastes. And then I think I was on Instagram one day and I stalked you on Instagram,
Yeah.
and then I saw that like, oh,
fucking
PSX.
Yeah,
I
he
do
saw
that,
he
you
saw
know?
I was a nerd. Yeah, he saw that I was a nerd.
I was like,
He's
oh, PSX,
he's
I was
there
there.
and then yeah,
And then we started just talking, and then eventually it was like I think it was God of War. That was the first one you were on, right? God of War.
No, he was before that.
Way before.
Way before that. How
It
dare
was
you
God of War
disrespect him
Avengers.
like that?
I could have sworn. No, you're right.
How dare
It
you
was
disrespect
like-
him? Because that was before. He came before Solo.
Top 5 PlayStation
Yeah,
exclusives.
there you go. That's what it was.
I remember that, and that was at your old
That was
place.
top 5 at the old place.
Old
so we had to
studio.
go up a fucking mountain.
God, we've come a long way, man.
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
trying to think of
And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and
know?
you had to hike up that hill to the
I remember
apartment.
that. I remember that.
And then, yeah, Mikey told me what he was doing. I was on board. I was like, dude, this guy's passionate about his shit. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude, let's do it. Like, it's fucking exciting to do it. And that passion, like, I feel like it resonated towards everybody, like, brought everybody together with it. And now we're all on the same page. I'm trying to do something good.
We
Right,
all-
Tambo?
We all meshed really well. Tambo,
Tombo.
I met Tambo
Tambo
again
was
through
always-
work. We've all met each other through work, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Shawn a little past work. But that's where we really grew together.
Yeah.
Tambo, he did his vlogs, and I was like, fuck. I've always really liked Tambo. Tambo's always been fucking
Everybody
I
hilarious.
was just been that
Tombo.
cool guy in the warehouse in the back.
But when I kind of was talking to him one day about like, hey, like it would be like, I'm like, we're trying to get somebody for like, I wasn't even like trying to pitch him on it. I think we
Yeah.
were just talking about it. He was like, man, we really need someone like to come help like on the back end of shit because like
It's
Tambo
a lot.
knows it's a lot to set up and break down everything that we do, especially for Let's Plays because that's a bitch. And just have like an extra hand and then be on like the Let's Plays or like
Yeah.
if we start something else in the future you could be on or whatever. And Tambo was down right away. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'd be down. But the thing that like sold me on Tambo is Tambo kept following up on me with it. Like, hey, like, do you actually need me? Blah, blah, blah. I'll be there. Like, tell me the day. And Tambo was here that day.
Tombo.
That we
my
recorded. I was
boy.
like, I'm
Tambo's
for
the
it.
man.
And he learned. And
Producer.
he's producing.
No vapes all day.
Producer.
Again, not all of this is going to be easy and not all of it's always going to be interesting for him because, again, Tambo's not in, like, the gaming world.
Yeah.
But it's awesome to see him on, like, Couch Clash and grow that way.
We're growing. We got some plans for Tombo and Chip Tooth Gaming.
Yes,
Like we said at the beginning of this, we got some plans and plots coming. Stay tuned
Finds
to
and
us.
plots. Ooh.
And then the last one, of course, Cynthia Ibarra.
Mm.
Big Red.
Yeah.
Big Red.
For her, again, work. Again, this is all
Met
work
everyone
thing.
through work.
Yeah.
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 Everything was.
But
there.
with Cynthia, it was
Some
always to
I
me
think-
talking to her.
Did he bring Cynthia in?
Correct.
Okay.
There was it was the Dream Smash Brothers roster
Dream Smash-
episode.
Before
she
you tell
called
it,
it right. Yeah.
before you said, how did you meet Cynthia? Because you were the first to know before any of us.
Yeah. Well, no, just work.
You
I mean,
went
I
to-
knew
I
her
worked-
like from like back in school. Like
You went
high
to school with her?
days.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I like.
I didn't know
I
you
just.
I didn't know you guys went back that far.
Yeah.
Well,
I
we're
feel like
not-
you guys went back. I didn't know it was that far.
Oh no, yeah, we were just like I'm not gonna lie, like I knew of her. Or we were like kind of like you, like how you guys were in dorms, like the way you guys were at the dorms. It's like it's high school, and then yeah,
Dorms a little different.
a little bit, a little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Dorms are a little different.
But still, it was cool. And then again, work brought us to like that's how we met. Yeah, it was
Okay.
pretty cool.
I've only talked to Cynthia like here and there. She was always really quiet when I talked to her. She was like, "Hi," and she disappeared.
She is.
She
like,
disappears
She's so shy, but once you like get her to talk, like, and that's why like I was like from day one I was like,
Yeah.
we need Cynthia on the team.
Yeah,
And it's not just because like I wanted her on the team because of what she brought to the team, as in her game taste is completely different. She brings different perspective than any of us. Like she says some shit that I don't agree with a lot of the time, but that's what I like about it. And same as Shawn.
She's
So
yelling
Shawn
at
says
the
some
service
shit I don't
shit
agree with. You
I
play
always say
devil's
shit I
advocate
agree
all the time. Like
do.
I liked how we could all mesh together, and we all bring something different to the table. Shawn's fighting games and like JRPGs, and again, not just that, but like those are
Yeah.
kind of his like specialties.
Oh yeah, I played Jump Force.
You're more
I forgot about
oh,
that.
god damn it.
Oh, I'm so jealous of
I
you.
forgot I played that shit.
Ah,
Yeah, you said JRPGs. I was like, yeah, Japanese. Oh, Japanese Jump
How's
Force.
it? Just real quick.
It's pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, again,
You play as
I know
Eevee?
Cynthia would try
Heart of
playing
the
it. And
cards,
then
right?
you could
it
lose
wasn't in the
dick.
demo.
I know
Not the
Cynthia
beta.
was having trouble with like connecting in because we both had the Xbox codes. She was telling me like, oh, she like just connecting was awful. It was pretty bad. PS4 was solid, but for Xbox it was bad. When I did it, I got on the very last server, to, like the last beta test, like the last time frame. I got in. I was like, dude, not bad. It's actually pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Am I copping it? Fuck yeah, I am.
I watched a lot of gameplay because I was really jealous I didn't get it. So I tried to get my opinion.
You're so
from other
salty
people.
about
I
that.
was so.
Thanks,
salty.
Tambo. Shout out to
They
Tambo.
hit me
Give
with
me
the
that.
thanks for your interest. How dare you, Bandai?
You didn't have an Xbox.
I called dibs, dude.
No, I sent the code to get a PlayStation code, and then they hit me with the thanks for your interest.
Yeah, I got that one too. But
Thanks for my interest.
I got it too. If I got it, Sean, I just want you to let you know when I was planning on getting it, which I didn't end up getting it, but if I did, I was gonna give it to you.
Thank you.
Because you were gonna be the first. I was gonna be like, fuck
That's
Andres,
water
fuck
under a
Cynthia. Sean would be the guy.
Thank you.
Because you're the guy that I'd want the impressions from that.
But from my opinion of it, I'm gonna say real quick. Everything looked cool. The movement looked a little flaky.
That's what
it doesn't look.
yeah.
It didn't really look like too combo-y. And the game looked like you kind of just masked and you did your move and then like that was it and then they did their move.
Maybe that's why I liked it because that's that kind of game. It's simple.
I mean, it wasn't necessary. I wouldn't say simple is the word because I've seen some really like I wouldn't say high tier.
I mean, you pick it up easy. That's what I'm saying.
Plays.
Like you pick it up a little bit easy the most. I feel like.
Yeah, I've seen. Don't get me wrong. There are combos in the game. Like I've seen some wild shit happen, like just from viewers on YouTube. But I don't know, like a pick up and play type shit. It doesn't look like too appealing. I feel like you definitely have to put some time into it, but that's my take on it. I haven't played it, so who am I?
Yeah, so yeah, shut the fuck up, dude. No, I played it.
Probably should have brought that up. And what are you playing? You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, that was like, dude, I literally played that for like a good hour. That was it.
It's all good. Impressions are impressions.
More than I did. So.
I played.
Yeah, it's an hour more than a lot of people did.
You watched more though, probably.
Well,
I mean, probably an hour.
Thank you, Adam, for your question. I always like shit like that. I always like
Yeah,
going back.
cool.
I appreciate you guys. I appreciate what we doing.
I appreciate you.
No problem.
I don't appreciate any of you fucks.
I love it. I love the team that we built. I love the what everyone brings to the table. It's awesome.
We're
Well,
gonna make things happen.
If you like this episode or if you have anything to add to the conversation, go ahead and leave a comment down below in the comment section. We want to hear from you. We want to talk it up with you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, are you telling me to wrap it up?
Oh no, this
Is
is
that
me,
what
like,
that was?
What's good?
You
I'm
can
tired. This is like
tweet us
past my
at
bedtime.
CTG vids. If you have any comments, questions, concerns about anything, you can go ahead. There's actually, if you want to be ahead before you get the final say from us on the Teespring, on the merch, there is actually a link in the comments or in the description down below. But beware until we actually get like the final word on the quality of the shirts.
True.
Yeah, I think. Oh, and please rate us. Go subscribe on iTunes, Google Play. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us out. Until next time, players, I'm Mike Doherty. You can follow me at Cheeks_Jr. on Twitter. You can follow Andres Cobian at Compa Andres over on Twitter. And you can follow Shawn So Nasty at That Kid Flowers on Twitter. And Tambo, the producer, can always be followed at Tambo Vlogs over at Twitter and Instagram. Until next time, players, this is Completely Consensual, and we are Chiptooth Gaming.